All right, it's now 17 minutes to 7 o'clock. This is Morning Express. In case you're joining us now, welcome aboard. It's time for us to look at what's making headlines on the dailies today. The panel that I have this morning to my extreme left, I have the Speaker of the Nyeri County Assembly, and that is Mr. John Kagushia. Good morning and thank you for joining us. We also have Barack Muluka, who is the Secretary General for ANC Party. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, and we'll go straight into the dailies. But a quick reminder of that question. You're welcome to participate in the conversation as we carry on. And the hashtag is KTN Morning Express. If you'd like to tweet, it's at KTN News, or you can tweet me directly, and that's at Michael G. Gitonga. What do you think is the cause of bad blood between MCAs and County Assembly? And we're going to be County Assembly speakers, and we're going to be looking at that on Political Point. But for now, the dailies. And we start off with the Standard, where we have the headline, VIP graft case stalls as key files vanish. So the mysteries continue. Now, the former Kenya Power Director, Ben Chumo, and Beatrice Meso and PK Mungai were before the court yesterday, but the DPP requested for time until Friday for him to be able to go ahead with that case, specifically because some crucial files went missing. And to use the words that have been used in this newspaper, they evaporated. Barack Muluka, we are in a day and age where we would imagine technology would help us and assist us to ensure that secure places stay secure. We're talking about a day and age of technology and digitization of everything, plus CCTV cameras. But here we are faced with another dilemma of files disappearing mysteriously or evaporating.
Evaporating, yes. That is what we have been told, that the files evaporated. One would usually expect that by the time the DPP is going to court, he has secured those files, and that he has got staff, personnel, that he has got adequate confidence in, and that there are safe havens within his premises where such files are kept very securely. It's also expected that there would be backup to those kinds of very important documents, and that these backups would come up in a wide variety of forms. So it is puzzling, and yet it ought not to puzzle us that this is happening, because corruption fights back. People who are indicted, taken to court of corruption of this kind of magnitude, you expect that they are going to fight back, and they don't fight back just by going to court and having their day in court. They will fight back by compromising the entire process.
The evidence. All right, but are you surprised that this happens in this day and age?
I'm not surprised because as technology and processes improve to help the law, there will be those who also take advantage of the same technology and processes to beat the law. And unfortunately, they always seem to be one or two steps ahead. So I'm not surprised.
Mr. Kagushia, your thoughts on these files disappearing in this day and age?
It's unfortunate and clear that someone is actually trying to aid another one to escape from justice, especially for taxpayers who keep losing their money in these public offices. And it's not a new phenomenon. We have seen offices getting burned down, especially when they are scandal-ridden. And even as recently as possible, we have seen that happening in one of the government oil farms in the country. We also saw it happening in one of the national water institutions in the country. And this is something that is usually done to help cover up, especially when it comes to the issue of adducing of evidence in the court of law. Now, I think that may not necessarily and summarily help to end these cases.
Right.
The kind of determination I have seen with the top organs of this country, especially when it comes to fighting corruption, it's clear that fresh investigations might just be conducted And especially this is an issue, I think, which has to do with the transformers that were procured by the Kenya Power at some point, which were actually said to be faulty. Unless then someone goes and changes or exchanges all those transformers that they had, which definitely is going to be a tall order, then the transformers still exist and can still be re-examined.
And I guess the documents also of purchase, because it is matters to do with purchase, would still be available should they need to get them.
Indeed.
So all it would do maybe is delay the case.
I think so, and
However,
try to make it much more difficult for a successful prosecution of